Sup YouTube, this is Python Curses tutorial, and in this tutorial I would like to cover using addch and delch. But also the first thing I want to cover before that is I'm going to go back to my Hello World program where the user can move around using WASD to move around Hello World. Let me just show that real quick. So yeah, right now I'm using WASD, and that's good for some games, but for other games we might want to use like the arrow keys or something. Now the problem is with arrow keys, that is not something that the terminal will pick up just normally. Or that's not something that the terminal will interpret properly. So what we can actually do is we can tell curses to interpret what is being said, and to do this we will say screen dot keypad, oops, and then put 1. So this means that we can still use all the regular ORD things. Like if we save this, then it'll still work perfectly fine. You can use WASD and it'll work. Oops. Come on. There we go. But what we can also do is instead of using ORD of W, we can use curses.key up. So this is a little bit better because sometimes it's better to have, what was that, S, because sometimes it's better to use arrow keys than to use WASD, so it kind of depends for what you want. What was that? A, so left. And then last one, curses.key right. So now I can use the arrow keys to manipulate everything. And yeah, I think a lot of people find arrow keys much more intuitive, and that's more like the first thing they go to. So it might be better to use arrow keys in your program instead. The next thing I want to cover is if you're going to make something like a roguelike, then it might be better to have something more like a single character instead of like an entire string. So instead, you could just do add string and then just a single string, but actually a better thing would probably, the more practical way to do it is to do addch and then something like, I don't know, an @ symbol. Oops. And then you have to do ORD, like so. So this is using addch, and then what we can do is this screen clear. This may not be very helpful for us because we may have a bunch of other crap on the screen, and we don't want to have to tell it to, regenerate every single thing that we want on the screen every single time we run through the loop. So instead what we might do is we don't have to clear the screen completely. We can just say oops, screen.delch and then yx. I think this should work. And then just put this under all the different things there. Asterisk is whatever. Screen. Oops, I cannot type today. Come on. Yx. So now that means if any of this is any of these keys are pressed, then we're going to delete where it was before. We're going to delete where the @ symbol was before. And then oh, I didn't fix these. Pardon me, folks. A is What's it? What was that? Down. Curses.key. Right. So now everything should work just fine. Oh, right here we just have to do -1. So now we can have other crap on the screen. So like for example, if we want to call something before the loop, like screen.addch or add string hi, and then let's say dims 0 -1, and then dims 1 -2 or -4, something like that. So if we're gonna call stuff like here, oops. Oh, forgot parentheses. My bad. Alright. So now we can have like something like a random string or something, and then in the main looping just tell the @ symbol not to go down to the bottom right here. So this is much better than having to tell it to write hi every single time you clear the screen. Whatever. So yep, that's all for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I think I will start teaching how to make snake using curses. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.